Evening, and welcome back to the channel. I'm bringing you today's most critical developments from Westminster, where British politics continues to spiral into unprecedented chaos. If you're new here, subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily political updates. Now, let's dive into today's news. We begin with the most dramatic political defection in recent British history. On the 15th of January, Robert Jenrick was sacked from his shadow cabinet role, and had the Conservative Party whip removed by Keir Starmer, after she uncovered his plan to defect to Reform UK. How did Starmer discover this? Starmer became aware of Jenrick's pending defection through copies of his speech and a media plan for his defection, reportedly left on a photocopier at Conservative headquarters. You genuinely cannot make this up. The defection itself was pure political theatre. Jenrick arrived several minutes late to his own press conference. When he finally appeared, he launched a scathing attack on his former party, declaring that the Conservative Party is over and has no future. Nigel Farage gleefully announced that Jenrick brought with him an entire ideological movement, positioning this as evidence that Reform UK is now the true Conservative Party in Britain. But here's the question: is Reform UK becoming the very establishment it claims to oppose? Jenrick is a Westminster insider, former cabinet minister, career politician. His arrival raises serious questions about whether Reform can maintain its anti-establishment credentials. Now let's talk about the polling, because the numbers are absolutely devastating. Keir Starmer's net favourability rating of -57 is his lowest to date, and joint lowest recorded by YouGov of any Prime Minister other than Liz Truss. Just 18% of Britons have a favourable opinion of the Prime Minister, whilst a staggering 75% view him unfavourably. These are apocalyptic numbers for someone who won a landslide just 18 months ago. Starmer's net approval has fallen to -46, his joint lowest score on record and equal to Theresa May's worst rating in May 2019. For those who remember, May resigned shortly after hitting those numbers. In an act of desperation, the Labour National Executive Committee blocked Andy Burnham from standing in the Gorton and Denton by-election, sparking internal fury and handing Reform what Farage calls a massive boost. Starmer himself has warned his governing Labour Party that removing him in 2026 would plunge Britain into utter chaos and open the door to a far-right government, essentially acknowledging that any repeat instability would gift Nigel Farage the keys to number 10. He's not arguing he's doing a good job, he's arguing that removing him would be worse. That's survival mode, not strength. The head-to-head polling is equally troubling. When asked to choose between Labour led by Keir Starmer and Reform UK led by Nigel Farage, 39% of Britons prefer Labour, while 35% prefer Reform UK. That's just a 4-point gap. Perhaps most humiliating, Ed Davey now leads Starmer on the best PM question, by 23% to 19%. The Liberal Democrat leader is now seen as a better choice for Prime Minister than the actual sitting Prime Minister. Both major parties face potential leadership crises. If the May local elections in England, as well as contests for the devolved parliaments in Scotland and Wales go badly, it could be the end of Ms. Starmer or Mr. Starmer, or both of them. Political analysts are openly discussing a double leadership crisis, something virtually unprecedented in British politics. Starmer has attempted a policy pivot. Prime Minister Keir Starmer said he will pursue greater access to the European Union's single market, setting up a political fight with Nigel Farage that he hopes will help turn his government's fortune around this year. This is Starmer's big gamble, betting voters will reward closer EU alignment. But early indications suggest this may backfire. Brexit voters feel betrayed, whilst Remain voters aren't satisfied, because he's not promising to rejoin entirely. He's managed to anger both sides. Let me give you broader context. because this isn't just about individual politicians. This is about the complete breakdown of the traditional two-party system. For generations, British politics was binary. Conservative or Labour. That entire system is collapsing. Reform UK has gone from fringe party to genuine contender for government in less than 2 years. That doesn't happen in stable democracies with functioning political systems. The root causes are clear. There's a massive disconnect between Westminster and ordinary voters. Both major parties have failed to deliver on core promises. The Conservatives promised to get Brexit done and level up the country. They delivered chaos and stagnation. Labour promised change. They've delivered more of the same. When both major parties fail, voters look for alternatives. But here's what's concerning. Reform UK isn't succeeding because of brilliant policies. They are succeeding because they're not the other guys. People are voting for reform to punish Labour and the Conservatives, to blow up the system. That's a dangerous foundation for political success. Beyond immigration control and anti-establishment rhetoric, their economic policies are vague, their NHS plans unclear. Anger alone doesn't govern a country. The May elections are now absolutely critical. These aren't just local elections, they're a referendum on the entire political establishment. If Labour performs badly, Starmer could be finished. If Conservatives perform badly, Bad Enoch could be finished. If Reform performs well, it confirms British politics has fundamentally realigned. We could be looking at the end of the Conservative Party as a major force. That's not hyperbole, that's a genuine possibility. What happens next is genuinely uncertain. Will Starmer survive the May elections? Will there be leadership challenges? Will Reform continue its rise? Will we see another general election before 2029? Anyone who claims to know is lying. British politics is more unpredictable than at any point in living memory. The old rules no longer apply. Safe seats, tribal loyalties, two-party dominance, all gone. We're in uncharted territory. The political map is being redrawn in real time. So that's where we are on January 27, 2026. A Prime Minister with approval ratings rivaling Liz Truss, a Conservative Party in existential crisis, Reform UK on the march, and a British public that has lost faith in its institutions. What do you think? Can Starmer survive? Is Reform the future? Let me know in the comments. If you found this valuable, like this video and subscribe for daily UK political news. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.